through the seasons of the Southern Hemisphere in my patch of suburbia located in Auckland, New Zealand. Hello and welcome to the Garden Patch for episode 4. Today I'm going to do some planting, I'm going to be doing some harvesting and checking out some really neat flowers. So enjoy this episode. I'm going to start by going and picking some flowers. This is my first year growing zinnia flowers and I'm really impressed with the display that they've put on. Zinnias remind me of my mum's garden when I was a little girl, and they would pop up throughout the borders and just give such a lovely splash of colour. So this year I thought I would have a go and I am really happy with the result. They last for ages, about a week in a vase, and they have looked absolutely beautiful here in the garden with the vegetables as well. I've been exploring this year with putting some foliage with my flower bunches, and this plant here has been a really lovely one to use. It's got very dark purple leaves and you can easily pick it off, and it lasts for ages in a vase, and it's just a lovely filler in a bunch of flowers, and it adds interest alongside the blooms. If you plant this in the sun, in a really sunny place, then the leaves are much brighter. So I'll show you what a plant in the full sun looks like. This one is growing in the shade, so it's a lot darker, and I quite like this one. So here is the plant growing in full sun. You can't quite see it so well on the camera, but it is a lot lighter than the other one. And it has grown from a cutting, and this would probably be about a year old, and it's just grown and grown, and when I cut it back it just fleshes out more and more. So there you go. I'll have to find out the name for you, but that's what it looks like, and it's just lovely to put in with flowers in a bouquet. The fig tree has nearly lost all its leaves as we move through the autumn season. Time to sweep them up. I really wanted to show you this gorgeous plant in my garden. It is called Thricidus hirta, the toad lily or hairy toad lily. It's a Japanese species of a hardy herbaceous perennial plant in the lily family, Liliaceae. It can be found growing on shaded rocky cliffs or stream banks in central and southern Japan. It has long been believed that Thricidus is called toad lily because a Filipino tribe rubbed the scented sticky juice of the plant onto their hands and arms before going frog hunting. The smell was said to attract frogs, and the stickiness made catching them easier. I took a toad lily plant from my mum's place over a year ago and planted it here in my Auckland garden. It only seems to flower once a year at the beginning of autumn. I think the blooms are so full of detail and are absolutely amazing to look at. I have got so many chokos growing on this huge vine that's meters and meters long, and I'm going to pick a few today because they're getting bigger and it's best to pick chokos before they get too big. These are amazing. You can see how many I've got from such a small piece of vine. Absolutely amazing. This little apricot tree has totally lost all its leaves. I've planted some mini daffs in here that will hopefully flower in spring, and pansies on the top to add interest in the meantime. I've got some bull's blood beetroot that I have sowed over a month ago, and they're ready now, and I'm going to plant them. I'm a bit of an eclectic gardener. I put plants in some places and then I split them up and put them in others. So I haven't planted beetroot in this patch before, and I thought I would give it a go this year. I like to sow seed in trays, prick them out and put them into plugs or bigger pots. And then when I think they are strong enough, at least 2 true leaves on each plant, I plant them in the garden. The soil is nice and loose. I had silver beet growing here last season and want to try and crop rotate, which is why I'm trying beetroot in this spot for this season. Well, as you can see, there is still so many punnets of veg that I need to plant out before the winter so that we have some veggies. That's going to have to wait until next month. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.